What's up? I'm Destin.
I'm JJ,
Hey, I'm Dallin.
and we're 2 weeks late. Let's do it again.
One more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Destin.
I'm JJ,
I'm Dallin.
and we're 2 weeks late. Salt Lake City based production team, writers, engineers, producers, all around everything you need.
You know what I think before all that we're friends, right? So John and I have known each other for a long time, and I've known Dallin for quite some time, and you know things just finally came to be that we got together to make something worth making.
Yeah, I met them in high school when I was a baby. I
Young
guess you
buck.
could say.
Yeah.
16, 17?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Do you know how that happened? So I was at the studio one day, and a guy who I was friend with, he came to take pictures, and he was like, "Man, I got this guy. He's really good. He's in Provo. He makes these great beats. You should talk to him."
I wasn't
You
in
should talk to
Provo.
him."
Is he,
Yeah.
is he talking about the dude that passed away?
Oh, Prince. Yeah.
Passed away. Rest
Yeah,
in
but it
peace,
wasn't Prince. It was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
It was somebody else who was taking photos. He was doing like some prints, some business cards and stuff. He's like, "Man, you got to talk to him." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." He's like, "No, let me show you. I'll give him his email. I'll have him send you some beats." So ever since you sent me that first beat, like we've been trading music for years and years and years, and now it
remember
just so
that.
happens that now we're here.
I remember that.
6, 7, 8 years later. Sure.
What's crazy about when you mentioned that, you told me I got a new producer for us, Wooty Woo, and I'm like, okay. When he came in, I'm like, who is this white dude? He's all the way Mormon. What is he gonna do? Bro sat down and I was like, oh,
Yeah, for real.
okay. Judging the book by cover
Yeah,
just bit me in the ass.
that's a
Like,
lesson.
whoa.
That's a lesson in life.
That's a lesson I never ever.
Never judge a book by its cover, because this man is
Talented, man.
He's very talented, and I think he sort of drives the production. He sort of drives the direction of the group. He sends amazing music that is hard to not be inspired by. It's hard not to write to. And it took me a while. You know, I took a hiatus for a while. As these guys know, I was busy raising my family, and you know, he kept sending me stuff, and eventually it was like, okay, I have to go back and do something. I have to work with these guys again. And I made sure that this time around we're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna make music that isn't just about me as an artist, isn't just about JJ, isn't just about Dallin, but it's about us as a whole. And I think we're better. I tell these guys all the time, I think we're better as a whole than we are as individuals. The sum of all our parts is greater than us individually, right?
Right.
So that's sort of our focus with 2 Weeks Late. We just want to make stuff that is real, that is pure to us, that will translate to y'all, and we hope everything we do is something that you can appreciate. At least one or two things that you like and love and you can listen to.
Just music you can relate to. It's weird because we honestly started out like, okay, we're not gonna show our faces, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. But at the end of the day, like,
Right.
I need to know who's behind it.
Yeah.
You know? We're so different, so many different backgrounds. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
But
agree.
when
I
it
agree.
comes together, it just works. You know what I
I
mean?
totally agree. And you know, the approach before was, I think it was right, as we wanted to be about the music, not about us, right? So it was like, let's not do the visual elements. Let's just make good music. That way people can fall in love with the music rather than have some sort of bias or, you know, one way or the other, whether they like us or not, based on what we look like.
Right.
But then eventually I think it's important for people to kind of put a face to the music, the things that they've been listening to that they might enjoy. You know, they want to know who's singing that record, who's behind the music, and I think that's important. So these guys, you know, finally got together and made this all happen. And I think it's important that people know, you know, we all come from very different backgrounds, very different walks of life. We lead very different lives, but we love each other like brothers, and I think it translates in the music. We can be from two different places, two different worlds, so to speak, but still come together and speak the same language of music. And I think that's powerful, especially in these times that we're living in now, that you can have three opposing views, but come together and make something beautiful for everybody, and speak the same language and express love through a different form. I think that's really important right now.
You would think with so many, you know, we're opinionated, it would be difficult, but it's like a puzzle. You know what I mean? It fits. It's not strenuous.
Yeah.
It flows.
Yeah.
It flows.
I think that's a good point, John. I think when you make it about the music and not about yourself, it becomes easier. If I do something that is solely based on me trying to show off my skills, it won't translate to everybody, and these guys can say, no, that doesn't work for the song, and vice versa. So I think our approach is just to make good music first. All this other stuff is, it will come if the product is there, and we continue to try to make the best music we can. And we've lived interesting lives, and we can write stories about them now. And I think we can sort of speak to a lot of people with the stories that we can write in these songs. And the message isn't just for one group of people. It's hopefully a message of love, heartbreak, all those things that we all go through as human beings, and we try to put it in the form of music.
Real music that you feel, you relate to, music that can heal some people, music that can bring some people out of a dark place. Music that can make some people realize something in their life that they need to change or that they're good at, that they need to amp up. Right. Just about making a difference, really.
Right? And sometimes it's music that'll just make you smile, make you dance. Like my mom says, she'll put on a record and she's like, man, I just want to dance to that. She'll call me up and it's like, man, this is... Your dad and I were in the room dancing together, right. And that's what it's about. It just makes you feel good. Even if it's a sad song, it makes you feel good. And
music's universal.
Yeah. Right. I think where we are today in the industry, people try to take the box approach, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to box yourself in creatively.
Right.
There's no box.
No box. Yeah, and that may hurt us in the end, or that may help us. But I think
I doubt it.
We will make whatever the song that is there to be created will be created. It won't be pop, it won't be hip hop, it won't be R&B, it will be whatever it is. It can be country some days, it can be rock and roll some days, but the song will tell you what it wants to be rather than we dictate.
You know what, sometimes we create stuff, like some of us might not like something created. You like that She Bad, you wasn't really feeling that. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, it worked out. It's important that we even though we disagree with each other sometimes, we still at the end of the day support each other.
We respect it. Yeah,
and we make it the best. If I have a song that I really want to do and you guys ain't feel it, that's not your mindset. It's like, okay, he's feeling this. Let's jump in with our brother and make this the best.
Make it the best version of whatever that is. It can be. Likewise, I mean, me, I'm always doing crazy stuff, and I like to stretch out a little bit, and these guys always support me. Like I tell people, it's like, I can make something and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but it's never as good as when these guys get a chance to touch it.
Right.
And they make everything I do better. And I think Dallin and I's approach to John's music is the same. Whatever he does, if we get the pleasure and the privilege to touch it, to bless it, we want to make sure we make it better than it was initially going to be. Not that it wasn't great before, but we can make it better than great.
And they will definitely save my ass a lot of times, because I get out of control a little bit. You know what I mean? Just get too real for TV. Right. And they're like, hey, calm down, Tiger. So it's very important that it's a brotherhood, it's family, it's teamwork, make the dream work. And we're in it to see each other succeed. Right. If he was to catch a deal without us, I'm gonna make sure that whatever he's going through, I'm gonna have a hand in it and make sure it goes through to the maximum. As well, I hope they do the same for me. You know what I mean? Yep. We're here to make good music.
Make good music. At the end of the day, it's just about the music. It's personal, but it's not about any of us individually. It's about the collective. And that's our approach, and hopefully it translates in the message.
So I have a question for you, Dallin, from the people. We are the people. What does 2 weeks late mean?
You know what?
You guys are making fun of me because I'm always late to shit.
Yeah, everybody asks that question. It means whatever it means to you at that time. So the name, we kind of kicked it around a little bit. It came to me one day. I was driving home, and it just popped in my head. And I said, well, 2 weeks later, I said, that has a ring to it. What does it mean? I don't know. It means a lot of things. I'm sure for some of you right now, you hear 2 weeks late and you think one thing specific, and it might be that. But it's also 5 or 6 other things. I think I can sum it up by saying, we're procrastinators and we're late bloomers by nature. At least me and this guy.
We're Aries. We're both Aries.
So as a late bloomer, we're a little bit late to the party all the time. But when we come, we're here.
You're Aries?
You know, I don't know what I am actually.
What's your birthday?
My birthday is June 20th.
Yeah, you're not.
No,
I think you're
I'm a summer
Gemini
You're
or
a Cancer.
I'm a summer baby.
You're a Cancer.
Yeah.
June 20th?
Yeah.
Cancer.
Doesn't the sun like help with cancer though?
I digress.
We all enjoy working with each other too. It's actually a release for us emotionally,
Correct.
as well as mentally. We enjoy what we do.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
I tell my family all the time. I said, when I took a break from music, I was still writing because it was important to me. I wasn't as inspired as I am now, but it slowly kind of grew. That inspiration sort of grew again in me. But I always had to write. I always had to get my thoughts out. But I do it because it's cathartic, and it saves me a lot of money on a therapist, right? Because if I'm not doing it, then I have to go talk to somebody.
That's
about
when
it.
I feel better.
So when I'm writing something or when I'm in front of a microphone, it's sort of my release, and once it's gone, sort of that emotion goes with it, and I've sort of dealt with it. So a lot of times it's therapy for me. It's cathartic, and it allows me to continue just going about my normal life as I would.
Something about the creativity, it just makes you feel better.
Absolutely. So we hope to continue to do this for you.
Definitely.
We'll keep bringing you all the best that we have,
and make sure you guys go to the YouTube, subscribe to the channel. 2 weeks late, keep up with us. We're gonna be bringing great stuff to you. We got movie scores on the line. We got all kind of stuff in the works. We're not just limited to our group. We're a production group. We're a writing group.
Correct.
We're here to help artists. We're here to bring our flavor to the world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally, we collectively have something to offer. It's not the same music. We'd like to think that we make timeless music, music that you can listen to years later. It's more than just a fan to us. It's life. We're sharing our life. We're sharing our thoughts. We're sharing our moments. You know what I mean? We're just giving you a piece of us.
Absolutely.
2 weeks late.
Well said. We'll check you guys out soon.